everybody, welcome to Sarah Normal Activity. I'm Sarah.
I'm Nick.
And we got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. Movies and the Oscars just happened.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
see? I saw this morning. This is like tea, like gossip. Did you see? Like, what's her name? Margaret Qualley was like,
Yes.
beefing with Emma Stone. There was like a confrontation.
Really? At the Oscars?
Yeah, I'll drop the. I have to find the. It's like it's all on weird. It's all on like TikToks and like Facebook Reels. It's very hard to pull the audio but you could just see her. Margaret Qualley's like this, like she's freaking out, something like that, and like Emma Stone is sort of like backing up.
And it's not a bit?
I don't know.
Well, no, it's just crazy because ever since the Oscars just on Sunday, so it's been like 2 days now, I've been seeing like things about it and little memes and videos and all kinds of stuff. And I've seen people I saw some people be like, "Oh, look, Selena got into a weird confrontation with Carla, what's it, the lead in Amelia Perez
Oh,
that's
okay.
been
Yeah.
been very controversial and stuff like that." So people were like, "Look, they got into a fight," and then people in the comments were like, "If you watch the video, they literally just hug and kiss each other."
Yeah.
So like that's why I was like, are people trying to generate stuff? Because I don't think
Yeah.
anything that crazy happened. There was just some cringe moments and so where, but nothing like
Um,
wild. So that's why. But it's very possible. I just haven't heard anything about that. But that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's also one of those things. I was gonna find it. It's also one of those things like my friend Dee and I said this, and it's true for me too. It's like when I'm just talking, sometimes I'll be like, and then he said, and then I get like
Yeah.
all up in
Oh, and the person's like, yeah, yeah. It looks
yeah,
like you're
like,
getting into
hey,
it
sounds
tense. Yeah.
great. Let me see if I can find it.
Think about
Oh,
that though.
they
That's
just had the
interesting.
cutest BFF moment at the Oscars, so maybe it's not what I thought. Hold on one sec.
That just seems like a funny like those. Yeah, yeah. I bet you they're playing around.
Okay, maybe they're just being cute.
Yeah, I think
At
they're
that
being
angle, it
cute.
does just look like they're being cute. But when the way,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just like the way I saw it before. I was like, oh, it looks like Margaret's very upset.
Well, I think she's goofing, and then it's weird because a person that you can see that has like actual information to give Emma Stone comes in and is like, "Hey," so it looks all weird. So it does look like, but it's like, yeah, because like you said, when you're with your friend, like you've done it with friends where you see them and you go, "What are you doing? What are you?" You're messing around. And you're like, "Oh, ha ha ha, we're
Yeah,
friends. We hug each other." So yeah, that's funny though. I like people who are like they hate each other.
case closed.
Yeah.
But
Um,
did you watch the Oscars?
I did watch the Oscars. I watched the Oscars. I was excited for this one because I feel like there was a lot happening with it, controversially and just the significance. I think the big thing, like especially like Substance being nominated for so many awards,
Mhm.
and big ones: Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, Best Actress, and Best Movie. And then the one that it actually won, which is Hair and Makeup, um, which is still good.
Mhm.
And yeah, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, that sucks. Substance actually didn't win any of the big ones." But I was like, I'm just happy that it got there. We just haven't seen a horror movie get that much recognition really ever. I think since Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
And I know everybody wanted Demi to win. I wanted her to win too, but I was happy that Mikey Madison won. I think she was great in Honora. That's like I think my favorite movie of last year.
Hmm.
And I think her performance was great. But people did point out she's the first and only actor to have played Ghostface and win to be a Ghostface and win an Oscar. So
Wait, what's a ghost face?
and Scream, would
Oh,
be a killer
right.
in Scream because she yeah. What's a Ghostface? You don't know about Ghostface? No, you're not a Ghostface. No.
I was
Yeah,
born
a
a ghost
Scream.
face.
I was born a Ghostface. Yeah. No, she yeah. So everybody was like, "That's a cool horror thing," and I was like, "Yeah, it's true." So
Yeah, that's nice. Um,
yeah, they're
yeah,
pretty fun though.
yeah. It's like Heretic also got like a little bit of a nod in there,
Hmm. Hmm.
which is good. Um, but yeah, there have been like it's funny like the horror that has won. Um, it's all been like very like mainstream horror.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
and I'm not sure how mainstream you would call Substance. Like I feel like would you say that that's like Misery level?
No, no, no. And that's the thing exactly. Like Misery got attention. I think the one that's gotten the biggest is Silence of the Lambs because I
Yeah,
think it won like a bunch of and it's and but some people even debate. I think it's considered a horror. Some people are like it's a thriller. It's like it's still got horror in it.
yeah.
Um, and I know like The Exorcist was big in
Hmm.
the day, but no, The Substance I think is pretty small. In fact, it's Mubi, which is trying to launch its whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's very new from what I understand. So
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, and like a Nora one, and that is, even though it's crazy to think of it, but that is considered a very independent film.
Yeah. Oh
And that
yeah.
was crazy. So that for that, so yeah,
Nice work.
yeah. So those
I
indie films, yeah, yeah.
didn't watch.
That's no, it's okay. Yeah, I was like, I'm not sure if you did or not. I did.
No, we watched from. We just yeah. It's just so hard to.
I
It's just so
watched.
hard to watch like broadcast TV that it's
Yeah.
like I'll catch it on the replay.
Well, you know what happened to everyone across just about across the board? Because a lot of people, Hulu was like, if you have Hulu, you can watch it live.
Oh,
You don't have to have live time if you have Hulu.
I do have Hulu.
So we went over to a friend's place, and there was a group of us there watching it on Hulu. And at like 10, little after 10, right when they were like, we're talking and we're about to give the award for Best Actress, which was, they only had two left, Best Actress and Best Movie. And they were, yeah, because they had already announced a movie. Yeah, actor. Yeah, oh yeah, because we saw Adrian Brody
Yeah.
give the, he gave the longest speech ever. He was real, he was not very great.
Yeah.
But they're like, right, like they started doing the nominees, and then it cuts out, and we're like, what happened? Who touched what? And immediately we found out like it happened everywhere. Like Hulu was like, oh, it's from 7 to 10, and so like after 10 they just cut it off.
Here's
And
episodes of The
so
Office.
yeah, here you go. Go back to Hulu and watch other things. So everybody got pissed off, but so we had to like look it up and see the last two awards.
That
But
is
yeah,
horrible planning.
yeah, it was really annoying. And it's funny because Sean Baker had given a speech earlier that was like, these streaming services are fine and great, but like we need to get back to the theater and da da da. And then the streaming service, maybe that's why they cut it off. They were like, no more of this.
Screw you.
Stream you, yeah. But yeah,
So as far as I haven't we've been watching tons of From and it's
I know.
very good. It's very good. It's like Walking Dead, Lost, kind of like it's really interesting and cool. I highly recommend it. Um, yeah, and we're just sort of that's like you have to kind of pick a TV show that you're just like kind of
Hmm.
marathoning when there's nothing else. You're not doing anything else. You sort of put it on. That's been ours, and I'm very into it. Um, but I saw Companion as well. I finally saw Companion. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. I liked it. It was definitely like it's not one of those things where I wasn't like it's not going to be one of my favorites of the year. But I love Sophie. What's her name? Sophie
Oh, Sophie Thatcher.
Thatcher. Yeah, I love her. I would watch her in anything. I thought Randy Quaid did a great job. Being
Wait, what did you call him?
Randy Quaid. What's his name? Billy Quaid? Johnny Quaid?
Jack. His name's Jack Quaid. But it's great because Randy Quaid is Dennis Quaid's brother, the guy who's in like the Christmas Vacation and all that. So you said I really like Randy Quaid, and I was like, there was a second where I was like, is Randy Quaid in Companion? And I was like, because he's gone off his rock, like he's
Oh yeah.
kind of like off the grid, he's
Yeah.
disappeared. So I was like, wow, did Jack Quaid do like a solid and get him in there, and I missed it? No,
No.
yeah,
Shitter's
no,
full.
Jack Quaid. Jack Quaid is the son of Dennis Quaid and Meg
Jack
Ryan.
Quaid. Yeah, so that's what I meant. Jack Quaid. Great job. Randy
Shit.
Quaid, great job in many other movies.
Quaid. I let me call him Randy Quaid. Sorry. Yes, great, fantastic.
I immediately went there. But I am getting like massive mom brain.
Yeah.
Not a mom, but
No, I understand. You put the names before, yeah.
yeah, that's fine. King of Thongs. That's what my mom said. Oh, gee. She's talking about Game of Thrones.
Oh, King of Thongs? King of Thongs. I don't know why I thought of Thong Song. I was like, is that what she calls Thong Song? No, King of
I'm
Thongs.
not sure. Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, then you have to translate it back.
Mhm.
So anyway, yeah, I did. So I definitely I enjoyed it. It was
Did you? Oh, sorry. Did you know? Did you know ahead of time what she was and everything?
Yeah.
I remember we kind of talked about it. Okay, and I remember when I went to go see it, we kind of chatted about it. But I was gonna ask you, did you kind of have that feeling like I really even though there's other stuff that unfolds that you find out, I really feel like we weren't supposed to know that, and the trailer shouldn't have released.
yeah.
What she is, because the way they do it, it's such a big moment.
Yeah, it's I think it could have stood alone with the like what she says at the very beginning, which is like the best days are when I met him and the day I killed him.
Yeah.
That to me
Yeah.
is like that's a hook. I don't
Yeah.
think you need to. Yeah, we've talked about this before, where it's just like they release that information and it's just not. It's not valuable. I mean, and there are a couple of there are still twists in
Hmm.
it,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
not as big as that one.
Hmm.
And the end is also great. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I also again I don't want to say too much without because I don't want to spoil the rest of the movie. But I
Yeah.
thought it was definitely good. It was definitely worth a watch.
Oh yeah, I really liked it. I
Yeah.
really 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 enjoy. I haven't gone to see it again, but I'm excited to see it again.
It's definitely worth a rewatch. So I watched that. The other one we won't talk about it too much because we'll talk about it in a future episode. But I did see the coffee table. Did you like
Yeah,
it?
I did. I liked it.
It's interesting. We have to. So here's one thing I have to talk about is like the concept of dark comedies, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like I didn't necessarily know because this is it is a dark comedy,
Yeah, it's a comedy. Yeah.
but I didn't know that. So I'm going into it like, oh my God. And it's like, you know, when someone tells you a joke that's like kind of tragic and upsetting, but it's a
Yeah.
joke, so you're waiting for the punchline. But if someone's just saying horrible shit to you, you're just
Yeah. Well, yeah, no,
so
it's funny because I've like I said, I recently had a conversation with a friend about this, and like they seem to have been upset by the movie. And I was like, I don't know, I thought it was really great. I think it's a really funny dark comedy. But it's just yeah, I don't want to say too much again, but it's we will get into it more another time. But I did laugh at stuff, but I was also like horrified, and it is like really depressing too. I think that's why I really liked it. It's just so many crazy spikes of emotions.
yeah, that's yeah, I think it just took me a minute because there were moments where I was just like, what? I because it is like it is there is very trigger warning and upsetting things, but
Yeah,
then there are moments that are fucking hilarious.
yeah. No, yeah, that's the thing. Is there's moments where you are like, this is really funny. I'm laughing.
Like,
Yeah,
why is this happening?
yeah.
So so yeah, I think it's interesting. I think that was on Mubi, one of the Ubis. Movie.
It's on Shutter, definitely. It's 100% on Shutter. Yeah, because that's the reason why. Because I watched it last year, and then I people started being like, "Hey, this movie that had a lot of buzz is on Shutter now," and that's where I was like, "Oh, we should talk about this one." But it might. But if you have Mubi, I don't know because that's the new one. That's the new one that we were just talking about with Substance and everything, and they're
Yeah,
putting out a lot of new stuff.
and
Yeah,
I think you have to pay for Mubi. Mubi
you
might
do
be.
have to pay. I couldn't remember. Yeah,
I can't. I feel like there is like a subscription situation to that, but Tubi you don't. Tubi, I can.
Tubi.
You could screen record Tubi.
Tubi does not give a shit about what you do. I love Tubi so much. It's so great. And they'll just I feel like they're the group that stream is the stream embodiment of a person who goes to those big bins, like at
Yes.
Walmart's where it's just like random movies for $2 to $5 and somebody just went and stuck their hand like they were a claw machine and just went, this is what I got. This is what I got for this month.
Yeah.
And then I love when they're like, this is going away, so see this now, but this is coming, and they just sometimes it's like legit good films. I'm like, oh, I've been wanting to see this. This is a
Yeah.
film from the 80s or 70s or 50s or 90s that I've been wanting to see that's like really good. Or it's like, here's this piece of crap that we found from 2000s, and you sit there and you watch it, go, that was a piece of garbage, but I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like your friend's older brother at
Yeah,
a
who's
sleepover
like,
who's just like faces of death.
yeah, you want to watch this? It's weird. But I also have Tootsie. Yeah.
I saw I
Tootsie's
watched
on there.
Tootsie's on there.
Yeah.
That's random. I watched. There was some movie I started watching. I think it was on. I think I was looking through Tubi for just like horror movies. I was like, let me just watch something random. And I watched like the first 5 minutes of this like Italian movie. I don't know what made me stop on it. It was like from the '60s, and it was like, it was like I don't even want to tell people what it is because I don't want you to look it up. But it was like Death Smiles at a Murderer or something like that. It's like, oh, that's interesting. And literally in the opening like 3 minutes, there is a obvious essay between in this couple, like a domestic essay situation. And then afterwards, she's just like, "Will you take me away from here?" And she's like, "Fine." And it's like, I was like, what is happening? It was awful.
Oof. Yeah.
It was a rough one.
There's some stuff.
So
Yeah,
I didn't.
that's the thing. You gotta be careful.
In the '60s, yeah, in the '60s, they were just like, yeah, let's put this in a movie because that's
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, these people are in love, and you're like, whoa, hey. Yeah. Mm-mm.
she is not fine with that.
You should check out if you do like Tubi's starting to make their own original stuff. They're starting to
Mhm.
make originals, and there's one that they did called Low Lifes.
Okay.
That it's fun. It's good. It's original one, and it's kind of low budget. It's not like terribly low budget. Like it's like okay, this is good still. And what it is, I was very pleased. So
Nice.
yeah.
That's good to know.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and Shudder's making a lot of their. Has Shudder always
Yeah.
made their own stuff? Yeah. So it's like,
For a while, I don't know for how long, but I remember they've had their that thing that they'll put in movie because I've seen stuff even in theaters and like a lot of the like stuff that I have seen everything will like put that things out. But
that's,
yeah, they've been doing that for a bit.
that's great.
Hmm.
Do you want to talk about candles?
Oh yeah, candles. Yeah, let's do this. I love candles. I love that now there's this whole thing of like making specific candles for movies and TV shows. Like this one's like What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah.
Yeah. This is on Etsy. This is $22 for it looks like an 8 ounce, which a single wick, which that's a kind of a lot for a single wick. You want at least 3 wicks if you're spending $20. Um,
Oh, really? Okay. I was gonna say I don't know that much, but I know a little bit about candles. But you
I'm
know about
big into
candles.
candles. I'm the
No,
big
yeah, because I like candles, but I'm also like I think there's a lot I can learn. I don't
yeah.
know, because I
That's
think
what
mine are.
for my for um what's it called? Oh, for Valentine's Day. I was talking to my fiance for a while about like I want to like learn more about smells, like the way that like wine people know about tastes so that I can like order things online and know what smells good. So he bought me like a bunch of like essential oils and a little thing so that I could like test it for Valentine's Day. So that I become
Have
a sommelier
a
instead of a
sommelier? Yeah,
instead
like
of
a
a
thing. Oh,
sommelier.
we did talk about that. Have you made candles before?
No, I like when things smell good. And
Off. There's a thing. There's a place that it looks interesting. You can make candles, and
yeah.
it's very movie themed. Anyways, it's themed in with this, so we'll get
All
to
right.
that in a bit. Yeah, okay.
All right, cool, cool. Yeah, I didn't and we also the reason we're talking about this is because Heretic, and I didn't pull it up, but in Heretic they have the blueberry candle.
Blueberry
And they're
pie. Yeah,
selling
blueberry pie.
they're
Yeah,
selling that, right?
yeah.
That's funny.
A24 is selling it. Yeah.
I have this is from Last Looks Grooming, which is I guess just like a grooming thing.
Hmm.
But they've got a shining flavor. And see,
Yeah, the red
this is the
one.
thing, the smells are hotel hallways, typewriter ink, snow something,
Yeah, like it gives you that kind of
hedge haze.
the yeah, like that's what's interesting is like the capturing of the like scent of what these are, like what
Yeah.
they're trying to like I don't know, duplicate. Like you're in the because like they started well like now these are like independent places, but now there's like A24 released the blueberry pie thing, and then there's this one company that I know, Maison Scent, that's like worked
Oh,
with the that's worked with the studios to make specific candles for movies and
here
stuff
we
like
go.
that.
Yeah. So this is mise en scène.
Yeah, this is Maison Scent, yeah, because I have one of their candles.
You do.
Yeah, because they have a brick and mortar place here, and they have it in Brooklyn and Industry City.
Okay.
Yeah, see, so like they did a Nosferatu one, and I think they did a special one for Pride and Prejudice. Whoa,
I'm
that was
with
hard
you.
to say.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
Um,
see, they've got a candle making class. That's the place I was going to talk about.
oh, nice.
So
That sounds
they've,
fun.
but I like the way the one I have is called Main Character,
Mm-hmm.
and it smells very good. Oh, I like Bad. I didn't see Bad movie when I was there because I went to the physical place. But I see like what does a bad movie smell like?
Citrus, cardamom, Palo Santo, saffron, violet, wood, sandalwood, smoke, amber. That's a lot of smells.
It's a lot of smells, so I wonder how that is. That's very
Yeah.
interesting. But it's zesty, light, and rich, it said. Oh, this is with super yaki. Oh, that makes sense. Super yaki's great.
Oops,
And they
sorry.
made like a Nosferatu one. Ooh.
Sorry, I can't get to it. Yeah, and then A24 has a lot of
Oh, they have genre candles.
yeah.
What?
Well, yeah,
Ooh.
these are the genre candles, and I think they have probably
What do they got?
more. Let me find home and office.
But I love like trying to make an area smell like a specific movie.
Yeah, right?
And like what genre would you want your place to smell like?
Um, like a folk horror. I think I'm a very woodsy
Folk
person.
horror? Okay.
I'd like a
Yeah.
woods, I'd like a fresh cut grass, just a
Ooh, that'd
little
be good.
hint of blood.
Yeah. I think the ritual, like when you say that, I think that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
the fur of a goat.
Oh yeah, like the witch.
I can't get this to load, but
Oh, horror. I'm just look at all the sense. Musical. I like there's musical. See,
yeah.
my genre of horror is body horror, but I don't think I want that smell in my house.
No, I don't want that to I don't want to smell like
Because that could mean anything.
that.
Because that's like, I don't like what this is. I don't like where this came out of. But there's yeah, they make all kinds of, and I just like how people like are like this is, oh look, desert's Arrakis. That's so cool. Like it's like the dune
Yeah.
that like what people think Arrakis smells like, because there doesn't exist. So you gotta
Sandalwood.
make it up.
Smells like worms.
Maybe they put worms in there. Just little worms.
Smells like sand. Yeah, there's only so many smells.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's really fun. Yeah, and I also I really like I have a little candle cove.
So you have a bunch of yeah, so what kind of candles do you, because it's great to know you're such an enthusiast, because I like candles, but I'm not. So you know them.
I like candles, but I'm like so picky that like I'll buy them, and if I don't like how they smell, I'll throw them
Throw them out. No, that's fair. I think it's like, no, this didn't work out.
Yeah.
But you have these special scents, so you kind of like have
out.
become.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like they make those things where it's just like a little diffuser where you put water in a thing, and then you could put different smells, different like oils, and you can mix and match, and then it just makes everything, and then it kind of blows it in the air.
Would you get any kind of these candles, like these movie candles? Did any of them did any of them spark joy?
Yeah, I would have to kind of really look. I am interested in knowing what things what like the horror ones smell like.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to kind of like I'm super specific. I really just like the ones that smell like Christmas trees the most.
That's the one you can get.
It's kind of there, and then I have a couple other like random scents that I really enjoy. So but yeah,
Well,
I would definitely try things out.
if they did a Gremlins candle, that'd be a good Christmas horror one, or like Silent Night, Deadly Night.
There's sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's a company called Mythology Candles that made she made like a lot of, it would be like a Lord of the Rings thing that was really cool. And she made like a Led Zeppelin thing. And so there was one called the Dark Hedges that I was like my favorite smell of all time. It was like $36 for a tiny candle, and I loved it. I spent $100. I bought a whole bunch, and then she started like turning her candle company into a cult, where it was like you had to like become a member in order to buy things, and it was like, and there became a hierarchy, and it was, yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Maybe I'll look into that for another episode.
Yeah, another episode. We can talk about the cult of candles. Yeah. Nice.
Fun.
Very good. Love it.
Do you want to look at
trailers?
Yeah.
Spooky trailers?
Yeah, let's look at a spooky trailer.
Oh, and then I have a request for a trailer.
Oh, do you want to do that first? What's your request?
Can we watch, because I haven't really watched the trailer of it, The Rule of Jenny Penn.
Oh, sure.
Because I'm going to see it on Thursday, and then I'm sure we'll talk about it. But it's John Lithgow and Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah, we mentioned it on the last ep.
Which I haven't seen Jeffrey Rush in a thing in a minute.
And here she is, the coffee queen herself, Mrs. Jenny Penn. Knees up off the ground, knees up off the ground. Come along, dearie, let it go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Ease up, don't let the breeze up. Ease up, Mother Brown. Hi.
If you want me to shut it off at any point, let me know.
I'll be better soon. Then I'm gone.
Stay clear of that lot over there. They're nuts. Give them toys to play with like children.
going to happen is you'll get worse and worse till you can't speak or even lift a finger. But that's if you can still think straight enough to know what kind of hell you're in. My whole life, I've been so bored. But time, it seems, has awarded me certain advantages. Be a waste not to honor that, don't you think?
He's the menace here. He's been at me from the jump. Where there are no lines, hyenas roar. Enjoy your hidey hole.
Who rules? Jimmy Payne.
That's right.
We don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing.
Hello, Jenny Pin.
Yeah. Good night, Jenny Pin.
Yep.
All right.
That looks weird and crazy.
It sure do. And that's how you do a trailer, man. That
Yeah.
Because I'm into it, and I still kind of don't.
Yeah.
What's going on.
I don't fully know what's going on. I can grasp at some ideas, but that's fine. I don't mind having like ideas, but yeah, you didn't tell me like here's the big thing about it now. It looks great. What a cast.
Cool. Yeah. It's got, and also, I don't know. There's something about, I do like that it's like set in like an old, that there are like, it's older people. Like,
Yeah.
It's not, I don't know. There's just something, it's nice to see things that are not all like 7 hot people from LA go have dinner together and then they all be cool. And then we all worry about like, it's just nice to see something else.
Especially something like that, because that's all it is a very different atmosphere, and like, you know, they talk about what it's like to be in that you know, those communities and everything, and you know, people are so close to like death and everything, and weaving a horror into that is very cool.
Yeah, I think it's powerful. Let's take a look at Ash.
Oh yes,
have you seen that already?
I've seen one trailer of it. I don't know which. I think there's been different ones, so we can watch.
I haven't watched one all the way through yet, but
yeah, I don't know if I have one.
Is this Ash or is this something else? No, this is BoneFace. I wanted to show you BoneFace.
BoneFace?
Yeah, this is BoneFace. Can we just look at this really quick?
Yeah, totally. Oh, don't worry.
It's by Uncorked. I think it's a wine company.
That's who made this film?
I think so, yeah.
Artist Vodka Films. So.
Christ, the scene's almost identical.
The audio is super bad.
It is. 13 at Camp Twin Pines, 19 at Camp Sunny Ridge, and 9 at Camp Marigold.
Oh my God, somebody help me!
It's not easy to see, I know.
It's not the sight. It's the smell.
State troopers, they got all the roads blocked. You two seen anything strange tonight? Somebody suspicious?
Suspicious how? Come on, Sheriff. Come on, isn't it obvious? So who you after, Sheriff? It's BoneFace.
He's a serial killer who murders kids.
Not just kids.
Campers.
As of now, you can consider the highsmith closed.
How could anybody in here kill those kids tonight? It is not possible.
You might want to tell them now. If it comes out later, you might not look too good.
A sick mind doesn't care what body it lives in, ladies and gents.
You've got a damn good reason to hate campers, pal.
So much for love thy neighbor.
Don't! He deserves to die!
I am no BoneFace.
How do we know that you're not BoneFace?
Put the knife down!
Before I list. Do you hear me if it's crowded?
I will.
That's how much they kept saying BoneFace. Like, you did not think this through of how comical that. Are you BoneFace? Don't call me BoneFace.
You're the BoneFace. I'm not BoneFace.
BoneFace? Never call me BoneFace. Your father was a BoneFace. Like, it's. I love the concept of, hey, what if I wrote a whodunit murder mystery, but the killer is like a Jason Michael Myers-esque, but it's these people, but they're just trapped in there figuring out who's BoneFace.
Yeah, everyone's stuck with it. There, one of us has got to be BoneFace.
One of us is BoneFace. Yeah, it's so.
I don't know why I wanted to see that. It's like, yeah, there's nobody famous in that movie. But
you said a wine company made it?
I think that's what Uncorked is. I think it's because I feel like they've made something.
It said the first thing said Artist Vodka Films.
Yeah.
So in my head, the story that I'm telling is that whoever owns this wine company, their child, somebody was like, "Hey, I want to make a film. Give me money to put into this thing and make it, and I'm gonna call it my own thing. I'm gonna call it Artist Vodka Films." Because also, like, the way it said a film by so and so and so and so, I was like, "Who is that?"
Yeah. Okay. I might be, and they might just call it Uncorked because there is another. I swear on my life. Because I'm looking
sounds like a wine company.
Yeah, I think it was like there was some movie that, or I don't know, maybe I'm just making that up, but I feel like it's like a division of like,
yeah,
Fumanti or something.
Yeah, that's what I think. I bet you somebody was like, "We need money to fund my son's weird BoneFace movie. He won't shut up about BoneFace." So Barefoot, get your money siphoned into BoneFace. Whoever owns Alex Momo.
Well, KFC made a rom-com.
Well, yeah, and so did Chili's. Chili's just did the Margarita Day, but that was all a huge product placement because KFC did the one with Lifetime that had Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
And then Chili's just did another one with Lifetime that had Taye Diggs and Maria Menounos. Huh. And it was in celebration of National Margarita Day for Chili's. And that's and all those movies are like 17, 20 minutes long. And they're just like a big, huge product placement thing.
What about, did you see Unfrosted or Pop-Tarts did one.
Oh, the Jerry Seinfeld one?
Yeah. Isn't that Pop-Tarts?
No, that was an actual movie that he made.
But isn't it about Pop-Tarts?
It is about Pop-Tarts, but that's just Jerry Seinfeld was just like, I want to make a movie about Pop-Tarts. So the two were like intentional product placement, just were like when Skittles did that musical with the guy from Dexter, they did a musical that you could see live in New York, and Skittles put it on. And it's who's the guy who plays Dexter? 3 names.
I couldn't.
I keep saying Thomas Ian Nichols, but it's not Thomas Ian Nichols because that's the Rookie of the Year. The guy who played, I forget his name, but he was also in 6 Feet Under. But they did a musical with him. But those are like product placements. Jerry Seinfeld, Unfrosted on Netflix, was just a movie he wanted to make.
Michael C. Hall. Sorry.
Michael C. Hall. Yeah, that was just a movie he wanted to make. And this I feel like they're trying not to get the wine company on there because they want to keep it a secret.
That was funny. That was fun. That looked like something a bunch of my friends would make, though. There's I have a heart for stuff like that a little.
No, and that's why, because I feel like it's genuinely like somebody was like, I have an idea. Can you get some money and some people together? And here's this content, and most of it's shot in one location. Like, yeah.
Closed down a bar for a week.
Yeah,
and then we get together and play BoneFace.
Who's the BoneFace? They should have really thought through that name. And then I love that it's just BoneFace. Like, it took a while for it. Yeah. Like,
Good.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I am very into I mean, I love sci-fi horror and I love isolation horror.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very down for it. It looks like it's got like an anime feel to it, I think.
Yeah, it
Got like a
does.
graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
Looks very artistic. I looked up Flying Lotus a little bit. He's interesting. He's only 40. He's done tons of stuff though. He's originally like originally made music. He's like the great grandnephew of Alice Coltrane and John Coltrane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, his grandmother is Marilyn McLeod, who like wrote all these amazing hits. So he's like definitely like he's I should just say I should be saying his name.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, that's not his real name, right?
Yeah. Oh, his name is Stephen D. Bingley Ellison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's just, I don't know, I think it's very interesting because he's made a bunch of things for Shudder. He made like a bunch of shorts for Shudder, like short films. I don't think I can play anything, but he did a lot of things for that, and he also made a bunch of like he made the bumper music for Cartoon Network, like Adult Swim.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I pulled a couple. Let me take a look.
So he's just done a bunch of stuff. Yeah, because I started hearing it for this movie, and I was like, oh, who is this? And I remember being like, not really getting to spend enough time to really look into it, but remember seeing that they had done a bunch of all different stuff.
Yeah, I mean the list of stuff is so good. This is some of the Adult Swim stuff. Yeah, so I just
crazy.
remember,
Yeah,
this is another one I like.
See those all the time.
So it's just, that's he's very, that's like, I love that. That's my jam. I love that kind of music. So
no, I used to love that. So I used to, because when I'd watch Adult Swim and all that, it'd come on all the time. So that's really cool. That's neat. Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's supposed to be really interesting. Could be really good. Could be really weird. Who knows? I'm
very down. I love a spacey horror. I also worry sometimes. I'm like, is this just sci-fi? Am I allowed to talk about this on a horror thing? But I think it's both. I think you can. It's both.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
like
think
Alien is one of my favorite horror movies. It's spacey.
Sci-fi horror.
Yeah, sci-fi horror.
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, I've seen other people not in the horror community talk about that film and be like, it looks pretty horrific. So yeah.
I do like that Stephen King said this is one of the best movies I've seen so far this year. It's like it's the beginning of March.
Yeah, I know. It's a little early.
You can pull that string if you want. You never know when people are going to be watching that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Fun. Great. So go see Rule of Jenny Penn and let me know. That's so interesting. That's such an interesting. I don't know. It looks creepy. It looks spooky.
It looks weird, but I'm excited. I feel like I haven't seen a horror movie in a while, but that's not true. I watch them all the time, but I don't know why. But yeah, I'm excited to see that one.
All right, great. Well, that's it for me. That's all I got. I'm tapped.
That's all I got.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. So let me know how that movie is. Thanks so much to everybody. I forgot that there's a whole audience watching.
Yeah.
Thanks so much to you guys. Sorry, we forgot about you. You were there the whole time. Thanks. Come back and watch us some other time. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you feel like it.